Hey guys, welcome to another lesson of Pro Teachers Do. Today I have once again Bianca,
Hi.
and we are continuing Jim Starlin's grand swan song of Thanos with the second of his second graphic novel trilogy, the Thanos, the Infinity Conflict. And Bianca, care to give people a summary of what happened in the last book?
Um. Okay. So Eros
Thanos'
goes. What?
Thanos' brother.
Yeah, Thanos' brother kind of goes to the past.
He exiled himself to go on a long 2,000-year journey, and then his future self comes back to the past to try and manipulate things. One, to make sure that he's safe so Thanos doesn't want to kill him, but also to save his own brother from his own demise.
I should have said future. That would have made a lot more sense.
And we brought back Hunger,
Yeah.
who then dies.
Yeah.
So tell him the big twist at the end of the graphic novel. Thanos' future self.
Oh shoot! What was the question?
What happened at the end of the graphic novel?
The end of the graphic novel was that Thanos and his future self are watching Eros and his every move.
That and also that Thanos has is completely under his future self's control.
Yeah, with dialogue and everything.
Yeah, there's nothing he can do or say about it. But yeah, so we're gonna get into the Infinity Gauntlet, and good lord, doesn't that look like Castle Grayskull?
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Come on. Oh, what the? Oh yeah, Adam Warlock's gonna be a bigger part of the story going forward. Oh, this is a little intro comic done by longtime inker for Jim Starlin, Al Milgram. Just doing this little fun comic about Starlin coming up with the idea stone. He utilized it to give himself a more of an idea, but his hand is damaged, playing up how he hurt his hand, so he could Alan Davis can do the artwork. And Al Milgram thinks he's gonna ink it, but it's like, nope, he's going to stick with Mark Farmer, who's been inking him for years. But it's just a joke. Approved by the Cosmic Code Authority. Al has been a longtime friend of Jim, so this was just a little fun story gag. But yeah, though, we then open up a bit with a bit of a flashback to when Adam Warlock gave Thanos the reality gem before he joined the Infinity Watch.
He's wearing is so freaking red.
I know, that's his old outfit from the Infinity Gauntlet days.
It's
Adam
so
Warlock,
distracting.
you would
It's like Scarlet Witch.
Adam Warlock, you would trust me with the reality gem. I would trust you to protect it from falling into the wrong hands. Actually entrusting the reality gem to my care is a very clever move on your part. For I have always recognized that alone, the reality gem is much too dangerous to even consider tinkering with. One cannot even begin to imagine the cosmic devastation that might be wrought with but a stray thought, without the time gem handy to rectify any inadvertent errors in judgment. Perceiving that peril makes you the gem's ideal guardian. Better to trust the devil you know than someone who might not be up to the task. Plus, who would be so foolhardy as to attempt to steal anything from one such as you? So, what do you say to my proposal, Titan? I say yes. That's a good reason, isn't it? Like Thanos would never dare use it without the time gem, and it's no one will want to steal it from him. That's
Yeah.
perfect. But yeah, we find then Adam Warlock is now swapped over to the alternate Adam Warlock's outfit. You remember that?
Taking off the red Thunderbolt outfit.
Yep. I like the change. Back to your more old school look. Although I always thought the red and black lightning bolt outfit made you look like a male stripper. Really? Great. So,
Ooh.
all right. You said you needed me. So where are we heading? Thanos. I have been sensing that something is not right. Like what? Like everything. Seeing and see. Seeing who you are, I guess we should take that feeling rather seriously. And Big Purple's involved? I believe so. So you want me with my connection to all of us Infinity Watch members to take you to him? If you would be so kind. Never understood you, including the Titan and the Infinity Watch. It was a decision dictated by circumstances. Whatever that means, he was the best choice for the job at the time. But now we will see. Hey, basically now we're seeing him with all yeah, him with the rest of the Blackguard. Adam Warlock and his degenerate little friend Pip the Troll. Thanos of Titan has been expecting you. Why is that? Dramatic cosmic change is dawning. Such an astral occurrence could not be hidden from one such as yourself. You have also sensed the approaching darkness. Approaching darkness. Yes, I suppose from a certain point of view, one might see it as such, but from my perspective, what comes this way should be considered far less ominous. For you see, I am the darkness as he kills Adam.
No, we just got him, and he was talking about like how he looked like a male stripper, and he still kind of does with that outfit. No.
Corvus Glaive, have the outriders dispose of the body. He'll be back, won't he? Yes, violent death holds no power over Adam Morlock, but his temporary demise will buy precious time. It is now all about time. 2 weeks later, he's reborn again. That death was rather unexpected and curious. Thanos, what are you up to? And how am I going to thwart whatever nefarious madness you're currently planning? But I suppose a mere pressing question I have is, where have I been reborn? It looks like this might be Chandalar. It is. Pip, you've shown up a bit sooner than usual. Been constantly scanning for your return ever since Thanos offed you. Figured you'd want to quickly get back to him on that. To which then they go along to a long dead world. But then missile and nope, he dead again. Alright, I'm out of here. Okay, it took Adam 2 weeks to get back into and this last go around. That ought to get me some time for a few for a brew or two, or a few dozen. Who's buying? No time to bury the remains this time. Then let the outriders have the scraps. How many more times will we have to dispose of Warlock? 3. After that, it no longer matters. After that is need to know if you value your continued existence. There is so much even I do not know. I am controlled by one who claims to be my future self. He appears to be guiding me towards something he previously discovered, something I would have eventually happened upon on my own. Is it this something which turns me into that future version of myself? I suspect future Thanos is hastening the transformation. Is that why he has enslaved me, taking control of my every word and action? Now he has me researching arcane historical tomes and raiding excavation sites. What exactly do I seek? This sparse holographic star chart and the accompanying time frame are most likely signposts leading to what future Thanos desires. But what is this mysterious treasure I seek? My future self presumably enslaved me because I would not presently go along with whatever it is he has planned. What could be so depraved that I, Thanos of Titan, would object to it? I have never played for small stakes, so I must assume neither does my future self. Whatever my controller and I search for must be frighteningly awesome. But if future Thanos is moving up the time frame from my being transformed into what he has become, he is chancing the creation of a time paradox or two. From my understanding, you cannot just rearrange the order of how events occur in time without suffering unintended consequences. A very risky bit of business. So, how do I escape this enthrallment? My underself controls my every word and deed. For all I know, he might even be able to read my thoughts, which means there's absolutely nothing I can personally do to regain my freedom. I am in need of an outside assistant. With these repeated assassinations, future me is clearly eliminating any chance of Adam Warlock intervening. Who does that leave? The Guardians? Earth's Avengers? Pip the Troll? No one I can depend on. Ha! It's actually going to be Eros, who's working now with Isaac on King's time traveling device.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
and he's going to be able to talk with him, Isaac, no matter where in time he is. So even if he's at a point where Isaac is destroyed, he can still talk to past Isaac. Then we see on a nameless planet, Adam is reborn again. And basically, then they transport away. But master, the ship's scanners detected no trace of your brother Eros. That is impossible. Send force. And basically, Eros is actually thanks to King's technology, which is from so far in the future, even future Thanos. It's not. It's going to have a hard time dealing with it. He's stepping between moments in time. And thus, to show just how good he is, he sneaks over and places a tracking device to follow him. Even Thanos could not detect him. And then they meet up with Adam Warlock. And how are you tracking Thanos? With this time traveling device built from the specs you stole from King? How else? Incoming peril detected. Evasive maneuver a Harley device. Bye bye, Adam!
Bruh.
This is the third time Big Ugly has croaked at him. Thanos has slain Warlock 3 times. He'll be back in 2 weeks. Thanos? No, Adam, you idiot! But yeah, then they decided to just sit and wait for a bit and talk things out. Because he changed while we were in the future dealing with that mess on the planet Zelcha. Changed how? That's hard to say. Something about his vibe was different, which doesn't tell us much. It is a clue as to where we might find answers. Further intelligence data on this matter is required. So how do we get that? By working together. Yeah, you got the time traveling tech, and I can track Thanos wherever he goes. Then we see him talking with his future self. What am I doing back here? An unforeseen development. Eros was not where you expected him to be. Yes, he is important to whatever it is you have planned. Extremely so. And there is a further complication concerning our brother. What? That was the tracking device Eros secreted upon your person. I was unaware of it because it utilized technology from the 42nd century. Kang the Conqueror? That would explain Eros' mysterious disappearance, and I will deal with King personally in my own time frame. But and Brother Eros is of greater concern. It is essential that his location is known to us, not at this exact moment, but soon. In shortening the length of time it took for you to evolve into me, I anticipated alterations to occur in the sequence of events leading to that moment. Having to make certain adjustments was expected. Eros is a major element in the cosmic masterworks we construct. Every effort must be made to locate and secure him until he is needed. Zelchia, 2127. You brought us to the wrong planet, troll. I didn't. This is planet Zelcha. I brought us to the day before Thanos is scheduled to arrive here. Don't think he'll be showing. Everything is so wrong. This world was lush and green, populated by 3 different intelligent species. No more. Something or someone has changed the timeline. Destroyed Zelcha long before it ever became a threat to the future of the Thanos of the future. So where is is Thanos at this moment? I've locked on the big ugly. Could take you to him. Then do so, but not too close as they then soon transport to Mistress Death's domain. Now we find out exactly what Thanos is doing as he's transporting to this weird, strange asteroid. As he goes onto it, and it's slowly eating away at him. As he starts to dig his way through until he finds this strange device. Look how much it's just destroying him.
My gosh.
It tells you that anyone else attempting this would have been dead before Thanos. But he soon finds this thing, makes his way back on board, and the device heals him. And he soon decides now what to do, as he's found the secret weapon and that is needed. Makes his way to Mistress Death. Like, how many times did she silently reject our declaration of worship? How often did she turn her back on us? Do you recall the repeated humiliations we suffered because of our love for Mistress Death? Yes. Oh, hold on a sec. Okay, did not expect that. I'll say it more later. But yes, that searing pain will never be forgotten. Thanos of Titan, you are no longer welcome within the Mistress Death's dark domain. She is now well aware of the vile betrayal you plan. Be gone or be harshly rejected from this realm. And who might be doing this rejecting? You sorry lot? As he wipes them all away and he taunts her basically on stimuli, response. And the dead learn their passing does not shield them from further misery. You might have been, what might have been can never be, my dearest. Love has soured from cold reception. This fate you have brought upon yourself. Nevertheless, I am sorry. So be it. The sphere acts on its own volition. Once the passion, which had been completely restraining it, completely withers and dies. If I cannot possess, then I shall be. And basically, he then takes her and possesses her, and now he has become death. So rather than controlling, he is being, he is becoming.
Ew.
Mm-hmm. What I say? So yeah, eventually then they transport on ahead and they soon find sometime later. This far enough away. There's Galactus' ship. What happened here? Thanos, I imagine. Should we peek inside? No, we hide. We don't want my brother knowing that we're onto him just yet. Won't he like cosmically sense we're here? Not if I'm right about what I think is going on within that ship. I'm betting Thanos is too engrossed and unsettled by his own current personal growth to perceive much of his surroundings. What's that mean? See it for yourself. Here comes Thanos now. Now look at him. What has Thanos become? Is becoming is more like it. I think I've just figured it out. Then share. How many times has Thanos managed to gain control of everything in the universe using the cosmic cube, the infinity gems? More often than I can count. Oh, one sec. All right, but yeah, basically, then think back to the whole better to be than to control, and we see he's already taken on various embodiments: Mistress Death, the Stranger, Master Order, Lord Chaos, Kronos, Master Hate, Mistress Love, and the Infinity Gems. Living beings and inanimate objects, both, huh? We have to go further into the future. Um, and basically, then we see Adam Warlock appear before the living tribunal. From what I hear, you were once me from another dimension. That is correct. Where are we? Outside reality as you know it, so that we might converse without being overheard, even by your kind. My kind? Those outside the norm. Like Thanos and myself? Exactly. This conversation is going to be about what Thanos is up to. Is there another topic worth discussing? Something dramatic is changing in the universe, and the Titan is responsible for this transformation. He's seizing control of this reality again? No, he is becoming all that there is. Okay, that's yet another new wrinkle. How's he managing that? By utilizing a celestial object that cannot be destroyed. Cannot be destroyed? You work for above all others, correct? He is the supreme being and rule of all realities, is he not? Yes, and yes. What is out there that your master cannot destroy? That which regulates all realities. As you know, there are countless realities, new ones being constantly created by every decision made by an individual being within this infinite realm. This ever expanding network of dimensions must be regulated to keep spillover from occurring and prevent total chaos. To manage this unbelievably complex arrangement, an astral regulator was and is created for every new reality. It is supposed to be isolated and to isolate each actuality from its neighbor. These regulators are secreted in supposedly unreachable locations in each dimension. None are supposed to ever become aware of these marvels, let alone gain access to them. And one of these regulators is what Thanos is after. He has already gained possession of it. And all reality hasn't yet come crashing down around our ears. Thanos is working towards that end. If the Titan has managed to get his hand on this regulator, it wouldn't have been very well protected. It couldn't have been very well protected. Contact with the regulator is lethal to normal sentient beings, even ones such as Galactus or Eternity. Normal sentient beings, you and Thanos no longer qualify as such because of our multiple resurrections, because we are now in effect deathless. Yes. So, what is Thanos doing with these regulators that worries you so? So far, he has absorbed into his person the Infinity Gems, Kronos, Mistress Death, and many other beings that are personifications of major aspects of this reality. Um, he seeks to become all that there is. So is this a bout of constant unity? Control is not enough for Thanos. No, I suppose it never satisfied him in the past. But I never imagined he was crazy enough to attempt something like this. in that you were mistaken, and now all reality will pay for that underestimation of the Titan's insanity. This is all being laid upon my shoulders. Thanos recognizes that only one such as you is capable of denying him this mad obsession, which is why he's keeping me out of it and out of the way by murdering me over and over again. So basically, soon gives him the knowledge so he could be his champion, and he knows what he has to do, even though he doesn't like having to do it. He has to kill someone to do this. So he makes his way, and meanwhile, we find back on Channel Dar, we see that everyone's been killed thanks to Thanos.
Looks
People,
like Planet of the Apes.
because they're all wizard up. We find out Isaac has been destroyed in that time, although he's still talking to him from 2018. Um, we then make their way even to Shi'ar Prime on Earth, everywhere. They're dead.
Dang,
And,
Robert, why'd you kill all those people, bro?
yeah.
Now you hear that, guys?
But then, but yeah, as he makes their way through, they just see all these different places have been wiped out. Everyone, even Rigel, from the Scroll world, Brood world, and then eventually we see the Living Tribunal meet up with He above all. You call, I answer. Above all others, how may I be of service? Events transpiring within the reality you oversee, my tribunal, threatens the stability of all the infinite kingdom. Now I feel obligated to personally intervene in the matters, for it is not your plane of existence alone that is imperiled. This has become a multidimensional crisis. The regulators which keep order in my pan-dimensional realm are linked to one another. Thanos seizing control of the one regulator has upset the balance and the balance within the neighboring realities. Uh-oh. The disorder spreads. Multidimensional chaos and destruction are sure to follow. Oh, I had no idea a problem had become so widespread. Usually, the destabilization of a single reality results in only its destruction, but this marked difference is market, and this circumstance is markedly different. Hold on. And basically, yeah, explains how everything will be destroyed if Sano keeps up with this.
Again.
All everything, the entire multiverse, all of it.
Didn't that happen last time where it was all
No,
white?
no, that was just the one universe.
Oh.
Because remember, they were still able to go back to the one above all others.
Oh.
But yeah, then we see Adam is making his way through where he was sent, and he meets up with other versions of himself. As they are going, all of his different costumes and everything. And eventually, then he decides to head over there to meet up with Eros. We have a recorder there with him and everything, but eventually he transports. And we then see Thanos and Thanos. While I savor fond memories of this locale that you shall never share because you are altering the timeline, yes, we always stop here before your final confrontation with eternity and infinity, a conflict which you have already triumphed, as will you, and then you shall share a common outlook. I always fancied that I had a solid understanding of the vagrancies of time. Clearly, your comprehension of the subject far surpasses my own. For I am now time and all else there is, as I will and soon will be, whether I wish it or not. Correct? Why do we do this? Prepare for epiphany. When first I discovered the existence of the dimensional regular, I had no master plan for its use. One thing led to another. Before I realized I was even heading in this direction, I became all there is. Yet I still wanted more. Then something unforeseen occurred. A temporal aberration. Hunger? Yes, he managed to slay me at the planet Zentia in a time before I had achieved my full potential. Even though you had already become omnipotent in a time beyond that? Yes and no. I have no clue as to how such an impossibility could have come about, but fate stepped in to save you. Us. Indeed it did. In the form of our younger brother. Uh, um, who would have thought he could ever prove useful for anything? So you then took steps to see that no similar temporal abnormalities might occur. It seemed a prudent precaution. So doesn't that make sense? Was what he just said? He's taking control of his past self to ensure his eventuality, and whether he likes it or not. Now we see a point then where they're still they cannot find Eros still, not yet. We find Eros. He's ready to do the whole. If you go back in time and kill Hitler, would you? And
Maybe.
he's what?
What? I know none.
But Eros, he actually feels like he doesn't want to do this, but he feels like he has to. But then Adam shows up to warn him, you can't. Oh, look at that. The Infinity Gems are his little baby, thing,
Toys.
the toys. And but he basically says, if you don't, and without Thanos, we won't be able to stop when I become the Magus. So we need to keep Thanos alive. So when they go back to Isaac, and basically says the only way to stop it is, and he kills Eros.
Nuts. Bro, like kills him, not like knock him out.
He's dead. Adam, you just
Bro.
killed Eros. Why? So that countless others may live. As we then see Thanos is ready to deal with eternity and infinity as they all fight each other. Meanwhile, we see this is still in the present day before Thanos took Mistress Death. But when Eros shows up, Mistress Death thinks he's a forerunner to what Thanos is planning. He's not, but unfortunately, then she banishes him, saying, "You are not welcome within the realm of death. Be gone." Meanwhile, Thanos is fighting against eternity and infinity, putting up a magnificent fight. But as it goes on, things are obviously it's a devastating battle. Just look at that. As much as I have enjoyed our little encounter, I fear I need to bring it to an end. You must fall so that I may go on to greater cosmic glory. Your superiors are in need of replacement. Let there be a new divinity. And eventually, they start to use time to speed it up, but he still uses the regulator to absorb them. The tribunal. Your minions now serve me and are a division of my grand being. You will peacefully accept the inevitability, or must the incontestable be contested? Titan, you knew me well enough in my past existence to anticipate my response to your offer. There is nothing to negotiate. So be it. Adam is waiting for Eros to get up, as he knows he will. And look at his eyes. I feel so disconnected, more distant from everything than usual. I am changed. What did you do to me? I killed you, and I believe Mistress Death rejected you. Killed me. Yes, you did, Mistress Death. You made me like you and Thanos? I did. You now exist outside the norm. Oof! It was an unavoidable necessity, required to put a halt to your brother's mad march to oblivion. Countless realities are in need of your strength, Eros. The time has come for you to step up and do the right thing. For once in my life. Okay, so it's my turn to pay the piper. But someday, Warlock, I'll make you pay for this moment. For this moment and so many others. We then see that Thanos has finally been victorious. The conflict is at last resolved. I no longer am I divided. My outlook is now unclouded by sentiment. I clearly see the light and so much more. You are now the chief embodiment of all major components of this reality. The power that boils within me is intoxicating. Better than omnipotence, better to be than to control. Now you see why I put you through all of this? And I do perceive infinite tomorrows and endless possibilities. We are one. Let the real games begin. So, what did you think? Bianca,
Hmm?
what did you think?
Nice.
Beyond that, come on. What did you think about what Adam did? All the stuff with Eros and now what everything's building up to?
Alright
This,
then. Noise.
okay, I want you to actually talk about it. Come on.
Shit. I feel like I'm never good about talking about this stuff as soon as they're over.
Oh, come on. From what
Uh,
you're just watching and everything, you got to be honest. This is building up to something that's been unlike the others, wouldn't you say? Or do you feel it's just like the others? Be honest.
I feel like it's just like the others.
Okay, okay.
For
So,
Thanos, it just seems to be like a very similar plan, just to rule
but
constantly.
he has no choice in the matter. That's the difference.
That's true.
And
This time it's forceful.
he is becoming all of the other beings. He's not just controlling them like he had before. He's actually, again, becoming them.
Yeah,
That is
absorbing them.
that is a big difference. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
And
You
so
don't hear
yeah,
that in the background, do you?
I was just hearing sirens in the background on my end.
Okay, cool.
That's on my end here.
You said silence?
No, no, sirens.
Oh, sirens. That you said silence. It's because my dog is snoring, but I don't know if she's loud
Oh,
enough for
I
Mike
don't
to
hear
hear.
that. I don't hear any snoring. So yeah, tune in next time and tomorrow as we go over the grand finale, Jim Starlin's final word on Thanos, with in the Infinity ending. We'll see you all there.
Bye.